Alright, and we're back. Gonna play some Operation with some SWAT boys. This should be pretty fun. Probably a metaphor or something here in this title name, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, this is where the mod starts to turn into more of an action mod, which isn't a bad thing in my opinion. I mean, it's hard to keep playing a game that's just constantly stressful and irritating. Also, I'd like to point out that this really does have the vibe of Portal to it, which I really think was a good idea. Oh no, my world's being invaded by... Well, I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. I'm guessing these are supposed to be like the nurses or whatever, but it's just not creepy to me, man. They do harm you if you touch them, so don't do that.
I'd like to take a minute of your time to notify you. There is something behind you.
I will say that's a pretty good sequence every time. I quite like it. So it makes you think the hospital may have more than just one entity, and if it's not a zombie.
Access to private rooms of patients in this section is prohibited without proper authorization. Please contact the main desk for details and booking arrangements.
Yeah. So this whole place pretty much went to hell, if you couldn't tell. And a lot of it might feel like, ooh, man, are we running on, like, just residual power? Or are we running off of crazy ghost energy? I don't know, man. Crazy ghost energy would probably have the most effective power usage, if you ask me. I mean, think about it. I've heard better. Just saying. Oh, hi. How's it going? So, I really do think that, one thing I would change about this mod is I probably added more enemies, but that's just because I'm a monster. I think it would have been better if you had, like, more enemies to reduce the chance of the player becoming way too powerful, and then probably give them more of a, you know, reason to not use bullets so often. Otherwise, I think it's pretty solid. Alright, that helicopter's totally not gonna get fucked up like all helicopters do. Hey man, quit playing with the lights, it's not cool, we're wasting ghost power. Yeah, spooky. Oh, I'm so spooked. I can't stress enough, the mod has such good lighting and everything in it. It's so weird to me that like an engine that's almost like 10 plus years old has better lighting than most games nowadays. Like, the most recent game I played was Serious Sam 4, and I gotta tell you, the lighting in that was pretty bad. And I have no idea how that even managed to pass, like, anybody, especially, like, more than one person playing testing it. You think they'd be like, this probably isn't finished all the way. Yeah, I don't know how you fell down there, man. Lose some weight, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, we can see that there's the SWAT members are now entering the hospital. I wonder if they came in on their own volition or if they were called in. Stop slapping your meat at me, man. It's not cool. Also, this is why I said I really wish they wouldn't have done this sequence twice. The first time was really cool. This time it just feels a little arduous, if you ask me. Like, okay, there's really nothing scary about this. It's just, man, this keeps closing and messing up. I get the idea that it's supposed to create like a claustrophobic sort of stress factor, but it just doesn't really do anything for me. I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm not claustrophobic at all, so that probably has something to do with it. I have asthma, but I'm not claustrophobic, which is incredible. I don't know, you think I would be, but I'm not. See, like I said, this section just seems to take a little too long to do. And I quite like this. This reminds me a lot of Underhell, like the dream sequences as well. And oh man, these spooky rake-looking things running around here. Man, work on your black metal. I can do better than that. Seriously. Oh hey.
Hold your fire. That's not the target.
Damn.
You there, can you hear us? Stay away from the door. We'll bust it open.
Sir, I don't think we should be getting too friendly with the patients. We don't even know why he's still here.
That's exactly why we need him. He seems to be pretty familiar with the place.
I wouldn't say pretty familiar, but...
Objective. Besides, pretty sure he needs us just as much as we need him.
Yes, sir.
See, that guy has common sense. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do if I don't? Oh, apparently.
Don't try anything funny. I've got my eye on you.
HQ, come
Oh, were they?
I don't know who you are or why you're here, but there's no time for introductions. We're on a search and destroy mission. Join us and maybe we'll all have a chance of getting out of here in one piece. Sir, I think I saw something.
Sure you did.
Alright, ladies, let's move.
You see this guy right here?
You seem like you know your way around here. Do you mind taking point? Don't worry, we'll cover you.
See this guy right here? I don't think he's really into this. He just sort of sits down, doesn't do anything. I don't think he really cares.
Jesus.
Also, damn fine music if you ask me. Some cool dark synth shit. I love it. So if you're playing this the first time, I can say this. Do not let those dudes die. It is an instant game over if one of those guys dies. So, sometimes they can get killed by physics objects, which is really fucking irritating. It's a zombie, not a doctor. I love how they're just so quick to assume, as SWAT members and not like specially trained agents of any weird, crazy organization, they immediately discredit the fact that anything paranormal isn't just weird. They're like, ah, look, it's a zombie. I guess, personally, if I just saw a person look like that, I'd probably say they're a zombie too. But what if these are just really hopped up on bath salt lunatics? I mean, it's possible. Yeah, so you can waste all your bullets on these guys, but I strongly just recommend meleeing them. So, you can also light them on fire with a flare, but pff, where's the fun in that? I want to have as much challenge as I can. I probably should have played this on hard if I'm being honest, but I don't know. I really love this music a lot. This is actually just my favorite kind of techno if I'm being honest. Just this really cool, dissonant, strange... I didn't know we were also watching an episode of Ghost Hunters right now. By the way, I watched like Ghost Hunters for like fucking 12 years. Or however long it was out, if I remember. What the hell? Anyways, and I always hated that about that show. They'd spend like 20 minutes doing nothing and then just pause and go, did you hear that? No, I can't hear that because you're talking over that. I don't know, man. I'm not 100% sure on the validity of that show, but that shit got old really quick. It's like Finding Bigfoot. If you've ever watched that, that shit's a disgrace. Plot twist, you can smell a lot of shit through a gas mask. I've only worn one once. It wasn't incredibly unpleasant.
Where's Johnson?
Who knows?
Keep your eyes peeled. We're not alone here.
Yeah, you got me. Cool, thanks for yeeting me your gun, by the way. Sick throw, bro. So these are basically just the reskins of the fast zombies from Half-Life 2, and they're equally as irritating as them. They don't do a lot of damage. I actually kind of like their design. They're pretty fucking nasty looking. They got some like vagina monster faces, which, I don't know, did Teeth come out before this? I can't even remember. I have watched Teeth and I'm like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And it makes me think of that in a lot of ways. So, the assault rifle is kinda shit, if I'm honest. The shotgun is much better, but we don't get that till the end of the game. Now, I wouldn't recommend just pissing all your ammo away here. This is scripted. So, once you get to this point, get out of here. Yeah, they're pretty much as useful as tits on a bull, just gonna say it. I actually really like this section a lot too. It's quite atmospheric and it's pretty damn well made. But yeah, that whole thing's scripted, so don't waste too much time in there. That's all I can really tell you about that. So, I'll see you in the next one. Dead signals suck. That's why you don't switch to Verizon.